So right now we're going to talk about spice, or synthetic cannabinoids. Spice is a synthetic cannabinoid. It is supposed to mimic the effects of marijuana use. The issue is, it is nothing like marijuana. It's always changing and we don't know what's actually in the drug. There have been numerous overdoses and drug poisonings nationwide from spice. Sometimes these chemicals are laced with fentanyl and some have caused death. We've also gotten reports of spice being laced with transmission fluid and bug spray. Spice used to be professionally manufactured. Now it's being made in clandestine labs. When it was professionally manufactured, these items were sold in gas stations and convenience stores nationwide. Now it's almost solely made in clandestine labs in people's basements and garages and sold out of drug houses. So we know that spice can possibly cause permanent brain damage. We hear from our mental health professionals that people who smoke spice are having psychotic breaks and sometimes are not coming back from those psychotic breaks. We're also hearing that spice abusers can become catatonic or very violent. We've heard reports from police officers where they go to a scene of an overdose and people are standing like a statue. We've also heard other stories where officers have really a fight for their life when they try to take one of these people to a hospital. With spice, the same drug paraphernalia with spice is the same as marijuana, and spice could smell like anything. Typically, the spice dealer is buying something called Damiana leaf, which looks like a tea leaf, and then spraying the chemical on that substance, letting it dry, and then selling it from the drug house. Here's a picture of spice. And here's another picture of something called red spice, which was associated with a high number of overdose and drug poisoning cases. Spice paraphernalia is the same as marijuana paraphernalia. They will use pipes and bongs and rolling papers and blunts. Recently, the Indiana HIDTA Group, or High Intensity Drug Trafficking Association, released an officer safety bulletin. A police officer came in contact with a green leafy substance in a plastic baggie, and he reported that he had increased heart rate and lost consciousness as a result of smelling the drugs from that bag. The issue is these drugs are very dangerous, and we want to make sure people aren't injured when they come in contact with them. Spice overdose symptoms. A person who overdoses on spice can have vomiting, loss of consciousness, convulsions, rapid heart rate, violent behavior, hallucinations, and lastly, death. Again, the problem with these drugs, they're very dangerous. We don't know what's in them, and they can cause death. We've had cases of that. For further information, please go to lookupindiana.org.